All right, I'm here with Trammell, outfielder for the Mariners. So you started the year injured, and you worked your way back. Your first at-bat in Toronto, you hit a grand slam. What does that moment mean for you?
Kind of a testament to some of the things I've been putting in the offseason. Just stayed short, got a good pitch to hit, stayed through it, and felt really good. Especially, the biggest thing when you're coming back, start of the season, is getting that first one out of the way. Right. So that was pretty cool.
Cool. And now going against the Astros in Seattle, what does this series mean to you guys? What do you think about the lineup that you guys are putting together?
I love it. I even thought yesterday we battled our tails off even to the last pitch. We're confident. I think that's the kind of like motto of the team right now. Yeah. We feel good. Everybody's pretty much in a good spot. We're getting to a good spot. Here and there, but overall we're feeling good.
Yeah, cool. Last question, what do you think about the City Connects? You a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Fan of it. I think there's some mixed reviews on the pants a little bit, but I like them. I mean, I think they were really comfortable yesterday. I think you can do a lot of cool things, especially with the shoe game and everything like that, so I thought it was really cool.
Hey Julio, you got time for a couple questions? Huh?
If it's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I'm Connor.
Cool, nice to meet you.
So I'm with Julio. Just a couple questions. So what's your go-to pregame meal?
My go-to pregame meal. I mean, I would say it depends on what they have here, but something like chicken related. I like.
You just kind of pick around the stadium or whatever you're feeling that day.
Whatever. Like they always put some food out there, so I either go with that. Like now that I can throw in some Julios though too.
Yeah, there you go. And then so I know there's a lot of wear and tear throughout the season on your guys' body. What's your weekly routine look like as far as lifting weights? How many days are you doing those different things?
I feel like I try to like work out at least like once a series.
Okay.
So like twice a week. We always have 2 series a week kind of. So I feel like I was trying to do like at least once, even though there's like a lot of wear and tear, but I feel like lifting weights is definitely gonna keep you strong throughout. Even though if you're sore or things like that, it like help you stay strong. That's what you need throughout the season because your body's definitely gonna hurt.
Yeah, and then refuel with Julio's, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Gotta get some sugar sometimes.
I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I was a pitcher actually in high school, so I'm curious on what your week looks like between starts, as far as how many days you're throwing a bullpen, playing catch, what that looks like.
Yeah, so if we're on a 5-day schedule, I throw a bullpen the second day. Usually the day after I start, I take it pretty easy from throwing, let my arm recover. I get my lower body workout in next day, my bullpen and upper body. So I try to kind of get everything out of the way early. Yeah. And then the back half of the week, I do a couple drills that kind of get me feeling right and take it easy, try to just recover and get ready for the start.
Yeah. And then that splitter is new this year for you, and that's been a solid pitch. How have you been liking that so far and the success that you've had?
Yeah, it feels pretty good so far. I think it complements the arsenal, and it's just it's a weird look. It's something different that hitters don't usually see a lot. It kind of replaces the changeup that I didn't have great feel for location-wise. So I've gone to it a lot in 2 strike counts, and I think it helps me out.
Yeah. Going to that change from the changeup to the splitter, my thought process was that it might be a little tough for you to pronate. Is that the reason for it to be accurate while pronating, and the splitter's more like a fastball coming out?
Yeah, that's the thought process. For me, it's so natural just to be behind the ball with the fastball especially. That was my best pitch coming out of college and all that. So just used to being behind the ball. Even the slider I throw now is kind of like it's almost like a spike curveball grip, but I just stay directly behind the ball. And it's that gyro spin slider. So I'm just used to being behind the ball, and with the splitter, it's the same thing. I don't have to try to do a whole lot. I just almost get on top of it and stay right there behind the ball.
That's kind of like the Kodai Senga splitter, right?
Yeah, similar grip. Yeah. So he obviously figured it out and mastered it, and this is my first season with it, but it's helping me out. I like it so far.
Yeah. Keep it up, man.
Yeah,
appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
George Kirby, Tyler Glasnow. About as good a matchup as you can get.
All right, man. So I'm here with Andrés Muñoz. I don't know if you knew it, but last night was your 100th career game. So did you know that first off?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't.
So can you just walk us through your time in the big leagues so far and what that experience has been for you with the Padres coming to Seattle?
I think the key thing is like a lot of learning things for me. Sometimes you have good games, bad games, like yesterday, but that is normal. Like, as part of the game, I can't complain about anything. Just I try to do my best and everything, but it's like I always say, we keep learning, and doesn't matter how much time you have here, you're going to keep learning.
Yeah, for sure. With the successes that you have, the lows that you have, Is there a certain way that you celebrate a success, or do you just try to stay as level as possible?
I just try to say it's always the same.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't change, even if, because you never know. Like baseball is hard.
Right.
So doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how good you are doing. Like you never know when something is gonna happen. Things like yesterday.
Right.
Like, and you have to be prepared for those moments. Always stay in the ground. Like never think that you are the best of the best. Like I think that is a key thing for everybody here.
Recovery. So after you pitch in a game last night, what does the recovery look like? Are you ready to go tonight, or do you take a day off? Like, what does that kind of look like?
All depends. Like normally after yesterday, the normal thing is probably don't throw today, do a lot of recovery stuff, BFR, all those things. But it depends on what the team needs.
Right.
Sometimes they need you again in the game. So if they ask me, I'm going to say I'm ready for that.
Yeah. And then, so you throw your slider about 65% of the time, your fastball about 35% of the time. Do you have a favorite pitch? Is it still your fastball or
still my fastball?
Fastball?
Yes.
Is that your favorite pitch to strike someone out with as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yes, it's nothing compared like strike out somebody and see over there and it's 100.
Yeah.
So that is special, and I think that is a gift of God. So I want to keep it like that. Like the fastball is my favorite pitch.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time today. I talked with Justin Topa yesterday. I asked him who the best reliever was, the best QB out of the relievers. He said it was you, and it sounds like you're pretty confident in that answer.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
If we had to put together a team, I definitely would be the QB1.
Did you play quarterback in high school?
So I grew up in Sammamish, and I was going to go to Skyline High School. And at the time, they had Jake Heaps and all those guys, and Max Browning, and so I really wasn't going to play.
Guys.
Yeah, big D1 guys. And so, no, I ended up moving to Maple Valley, went to Tahoma, and football career kind of went to side there, but I always kept that arm fresh.
Well, baseball's working out, so that's a good thing. Also,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
And then how's it been coming back to Seattle? I know you grew up here, you've been a Mariner fan, and now to spend the time on the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I love being here, especially in the summers. It's like, I think it's one of the best places to be. So, you know, especially to be up here with the big league team, it's awesome, and I'm enjoying every second.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it. So I'm here with Bryan Woo. Can you talk us through your experience so far in the big leagues, just what it's meant for you and in your time so far?
Yeah, I mean, time's been awesome so far. Guys have been great about bringing in the younger guys, kind of showing us the ropes, how it all works, guiding us, kind of really how to be a real big leaguer. But yeah, it's been awesome so far.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite pitch? I know you have a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, fastball's kind of always been my pitch. Slider's coming along, but changeup's been a lot of fun to work with, and when it's good, it's a lot of fun to throw.
And I mean, your delivery is so easy. Has it always been that easy, like pretty low effort, but it's still coming out at 97?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of always made sure that was how my development started. Long toss, making sure that I'm kind of using my whole body to be able to throw that hard. So yeah, just really try to stay healthy and do the best I can with it.
Do you hit the squats pretty hard in the off season?
No, not too much. I'm kind of more of getting more of like a core stability stuff. Just because I'm so flexible, it's kind of where my weak spot is. So making sure I'm staying on top of that.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw Adley Rutschman hit from both sides of the plate during the home run derby. I'm curious if you'd be open to doing the derby at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be a really cool experience. You know, if I ever got that opportunity to take it and run. So.
Yeah. What were you doing during the All-Star break? Were you taking some time to relax, or?
Yeah. You know, didn't really have enough time to go back home on the East Coast, but got to go get on the water and enjoy some time there, so it was nice.
Yeah. And you guys have some great momentum heading into the second half. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to, or what are the vibes like in the clubhouse?
Yeah, just looking forward to, you know, kind of a fresh start, you know, keep things rolling like we were that last week or two in the first half, and, you know, we're excited to be back, excited to get going. Everybody's fresh again, so it's nice.
So we see you in the off season doing Olympic powerlifting, like power cleans, you know, front squats, that type of thing. I'm curious what your workout routine looks throughout the season, like how often you're lifting, that type of thing.
Yeah, I try to do something every day just to keep, you know, the blood flowing. It makes my body feel good, but it's not like heavy, high quality lifting like that. It's just more so like making sure my muscles are getting some blood to them.
Yeah. Are you a cold plunge guy or anything crazy that
Yeah,
works for you?
I started to get into it, still working at it, but I like it a lot.
Yeah. And then if you had to pick one guy on the team to do the home run derby outside of Julio?
I would say
Mike Ford put a dent in the banner out there. That little black square right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Gino.
Gino. Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-game rituals. Is there something pre-game that you do that you're superstitious about that you have to do before every game?
I don't think it's like a superstition or something like that, but it's always put my right sock and my right.
That's a little superstitious.
Yes, a little bit, but that is the only one that I have.
All right, so back in Seattle, what's it mean to you to come back and to be in this stadium again?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. You know, this is where my career started in the big leagues. I got my opportunity here for the first time. Spent 4 seasons here, so it's exciting to be back here. And then for this series, I think it's even more exciting. I know being on the other end of this, how special it is for Canadians to come down for this series. I mean, it's on a weekend every year. It's always in July, and
they pack the house.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be on the other end of it this time.
I see on Instagram you're in the hot tub looking at the CN Tower a lot of the mornings. I'm curious if you have any superstitions or any pre-game rituals that you have to stick to.
Not really. I mean, I'm sure there's something that I do, but I would say this year that's probably my like routine.
Yeah.
Is hot tub in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll go in for about 10 minutes by myself, and then I'll have my son come in for like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And just hang out and drink some coffee. So.
If you had a walk-up song, if you were a batter, what would it be and why?
I was a hitter, so I can't use my walk-up.
Or you can use it.
From
Yeah.
the bullpen right
you can
now.
use that.
I walk out to Hillbilly Deluxe by Brooks and Dunn.
Okay.
It's a good one for coming out of the bullpen. Might not be a good one as a hitter because they don't have as much time. But I probably would still stick with some sort of country song.
Sure.
It's kind of my preferred genre is country.
Awesome. Appreciate your time. Are there any pre-game routines that you have to stick to or any superstitions that you have?
I wouldn't say any superstitions. I try to stay away from that. It's just a funny game to play. But routine-wise, I mean, you know, I try to eat something, then I drink a little protein drink with some matcha in there, and but really that's about it.
What's your go-to pre-game meal?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Every day?
It's always, it's just a reliable one for me. So if I don't like the spread or if it's going to be too heavy on me, so I always just go with a PB&J sometimes.
What's your walk-up song and why?
Right now it's Coding Crazy by Future.
Okay.
It's just one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I like the beginning part of it, so I just made my walk-up song. But usually my walk-up songs are usually my top 5 songs at the time.
All right, so first off, welcome to Seattle. This is Trent Thornton, relief pitcher now for the Seattle Mariners. So first off, what's it mean to be in Seattle for you?
This is awesome. I mean, I'm super grateful for this opportunity and just want to make the most of it.
With one of the best pitching staffs in the league, I'm sure you know kind of what they do here. What's that mean to you as far as what you're going to be able to do with your arsenal?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. You know, just sitting down with the coaches and going over some analytic things and you know, what they like to do in the pitching lab and all that stuff. Like it's a lot of information. I'm super excited because it's everything I can definitely use and help myself and help the team. And so I'm still getting my feet wet with everything, but I'm super excited.
How would you describe your arsenal or your pitching style?
I mean, I historically can spin the ball pretty well, but just seeing what they've talked about with usages and stuff like that. It's like a sweeper, hard slider, curveball, four seam, and sinker.
Okay.
So have a decent amount of options to choose from, but you know, just hope they're all locked in at the same time.
Yeah. And then do you have any pregame superstitions or routines that you have to stick to before every game?
I would say I'm pretty superstitious, but I won't go into that.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy, but definitely superstitious.
Cool. Well, welcome to Seattle.
Thank you.
Your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Headed into the final couple weeks of the season, the vibe in the clubhouse, is it kind of just business as usual, or is there an amped, you know, kind of vibe in there?
Oh, it's business as usual. We still got the regular season. Still looking forward to what we're doing right in front of us, and that's all we're looking forward to.
You're a big football guy. Who are your football teams, college and professional?
I mean, hometown, so it's the Huskies and Seahawks.
You guys have a fantasy football league going on in the clubhouse?
Oh, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty competitive.
Yeah? Who's your quarterback? Besides yourself?
It was Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Right now I got Anthony Richardson and Jared Goff, so see how that situation plays out.
Headed into the final couple weeks of the season, what's the vibe like in the clubhouse? Are you guys a little amped up, or is it just business as usual?
You know, in 162 games, it's usually just business as usual, but you're definitely excited to play September games that matter.
Yeah. Are you a football guy at all?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the sport.
Who's your college team and NFL teams?
You know, I would say I'm more of a fan of the sport itself. I don't really like pick favorites like teams like that. You know, just a good quality football game, college or pro would be great.
So I saw an interview where you guys were talking about the cereals that you like.
Mm-hmm.
A common answer was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Have you tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch seeds before?
No, they have those?
You want to try some?
Sure.
Yeah. This is the first.
I have had that brand.
This is the first time that I've heard of this too.
Cinnamon toast, actually cinnamon toast. Is it sweet?
It's pretty good. It's sweet, but like it's good stuff.
It does taste like cinnamon toast.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.